take care of the horses, and the goats, and the chickens, ugh, and the garden.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 297 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out, and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with GamerSupps, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods. And starting us off at our number 5 spot, we have a very small but game-changing mod. This is the Skyrim World Randomizer. Now the mod page reads that the Skyrim World Randomizer randomly changes door destinations using a seed and optional logic. This randomizer comes with a spell menu that allows you to adjust settings to your liking, and you can choose to have certain groups of doors be safe or guaranteed accessible, or chaotic, which can be linked anywhere and may be inaccessible. So basically, whenever you cast this spell, you'll have to wait around a little bit for it to run through the entire, script that this spell comes with, and it'll randomize every single door that you travel to in Skyrim, and it's an extremely fun mod. I think this is a very cool idea, and I've seen a bunch of people on YouTube already do something like this with the PC version of Skyrim, and now we have the same version of that mod on Xbox now, so we can have some fun here too. But the only problem with the mod is that it takes a long time to actually set up, and that's what the mod creator then goes on to say in the mod page here. They say that there's quite a lot of doors in the game, well obviously there, but randomizing them all using Papyrus takes a while. Around 15 to 17 minutes on an Xbox. So you can still play while you're waiting and setting it up, but once you cast the spell, I think that this 15 to 17 minute period should get you all ready to have the entire world randomized for you, because you won't be able to go through a normal door again because they'll all be randomized and you'll be taken all throughout the map. So basically, I've set up this little bit of a playthrough idea where, you start off with the alternate start mod and you load in with a brand new character, and then you immediately activate this Skyrim World Randomizer because it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to set up. And during that 20-minute window, you go around and, the fixed area of Skyrim is still there, so you can go around and get all the materials that you need within that 20 minutes. And then once that 20-minute timer's up and all of them are randomized, you're then into your playthrough there. So I think that's a very interesting idea and a way to take a playthrough in a whole different direction and just have a lot more fun in Skyrim. So if you're looking to switch up your next playthrough and have every door in Skyrim randomized, then I'd strongly recommend downloading the Skyrim World Randomizer and adding it to your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 4 spot this week, we have a brand new mod that adds a whole new area outside of Skyrim with a ton of new dungeons to explore. This is the Luftahraan Dungeon Pack. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the mod page reads that in April of 2022, the mod creator reached out to Orvar, who's a very talented project lead in mod creation, for some permission to salvage some of the excellent dungeons that were originally created for a different mod called Luftahraan. With his blessing, they managed to bring this small slice of ambitious projects back to life so that many players can finally enjoy some of the world that Wheeze and the rest of the Archon team spent years creating. Given Lufthraan's scale and complexity as a DLC-sized quest and city mod, this mod should not be viewed as an attempt to recreate that world in full. So basically the mod creator setting the scene that this was a mod that was actually planned to be a different mod by somebody else, but they actually scrapped that idea and it was cancelled and they weren't going to use any of those assets, so they decided to keep a lot of the different types of areas that were already built and dungeons that were made and jam them into all one area so that you can go and explore them all for yourself in this custom area area doesn't just go to waste. But with that said, what exactly does this mod include? Essentially, they've created two small world spaces, which is the Ocean Vale and the Ocean Notch, using repurposed sections of the Luftahrhaan's exterior zones to serve as a hub for accessing 5 standalone dungeons. One of these dungeons, the Talveria Mine, is also used to connect this hub to the rest of Skyrim. And how to get here, you just follow the shoreline from Northwatch Keep towards the northern area of the map, and then you start traveling southwest until you see a mine entrance, which I showed you at the beginning there. And then whenever it comes to the dungeons that you can actually find and explore, you have the Talveria Mine, which I already talked about. It's a small bandit-infested mine that connects the Ocean Vale to the rest of Skyrim. You have the Winter's Breath Mine. You also have Solthund, which is a large Nord ruin located in the Ocean Vale. Korvaker, which is a large Nord ruin in the Ocean Notch. And the Silver Rush Grotto, which is a large cave and Dwemer ruin that connects the Ocean Vale with the Ocean Notch. Now, this mod is also extremely compatible with other dungeon mods out there, such as Forgotten Dungeons, Hammett's Dungeon Pack, and Easier Riders Dungeon Pack, and these have all been manually cleaned as well, so this will just be plopping 6 brand new dungeons into your game of Skyrim that you can go and explore whenever you'd like, all within 1.46 megabytes, so I think that is incredibly impressive, and that's definitely why the Luftahraan Dungeon Pack comes in at a number 4 spot this week, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it and exploring some of these brand new dungeons for yourself. Coming in at the number 3 spot this week, we have a brand new beautiful player home that has probably one of the most interesting quests that I've seen in order to obtain the player home. This is called Terra Umbra, the mobile floating island. And the mod page reads that this is an incredible player home for master alteration mages, and the new spells can be found on a corpse near Alftan. This allows you to raise a portion of Dwemer ruins, including one of the ruined towers included in Alftan, and this tower can be moved to any part of Skyrim if you have the will to move it. And it's a genuinely unique player home brought to you by a collaboration between very popular and talented mod creators. There's Kiravark and Irondusk33, and then also on the edge of the crevice beneath the ruins of Altan, you can find a frostbitten corpse. From there, you can loot 2 brand new spell tomes that have been added into the game. There's Terra Umbra and Terra Penumbra. Terra Penumbra is an expert level alteration spell that allows you to lift the earth from beneath your feet into the air with you on it, and crouching on it will lower the boulder. So already just beginning with that's incredible, having the ability to actually just raise rocks out of the ground and raise yourself into the air to get up to higher places and actually control it and where it goes. That's also extremely cool. But the other spell that you get is called Terra Umbra, which is a master level alteration spell which allows you to lift an entire tower from the ruins itself. And if you manage to hold the spell long enough for the tower and earth to rest and become stable, you'll be able to use the ruins as a brand new player home. And then if you cast Terra Umbra again while on the island, you'll be able to move it in the direction you're facing. Casting the spell while on the ground will draw the island to you, and casting while on the ground and crouching will lower the island. Your skill and alteration will determine how fast you can move the island, and raising the tower from the ruins of Alftan is incredibly difficult. Only the masters of alteration or mages with abundant magic potions will have the strength to lift it. However, the prize is worth it, as the interior of the tower contains ample storage space and all the workstations you'll need, all portable to any location in Skyrim. So like I said, this has got to be one of the most unique ways I've seen to actually acquire a player home. You have to find a spell and then actually be proficient enough in that skill to actually cast it long enough to be able to raise your own player home out of the ground in the ruins of a Dwemer ruin. That is just the most creative and unique thinking in terms of getting a player home that I've ever seen. And the actual player home itself looks absolutely amazing. I know it's a tower on the outside and then you go on the inside and it's way bigger on the inside, but I like that little novelty of it, you know? I like being able to raise my own player home out of the ruins and raise it up into the sky and travel all throughout Skyrim with bringing my player home with me. I'm just living on a giant boulder now. It's incredibly badass and I love the way it looks, and there's so much that you could do with this player home and so many places that you can actually place your home as well, so you can live anywhere you'd want all throughout Skyrim now. And that's definitely why the Terra Umbra mobile floating island is featured here at a number 3 spot this week, so I strongly recommend downloading it and becoming its proud new owner in your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 2 spot this week, we have a brand new mod pack that aims to completely transform the way that you start Skyrim. This is the Realm of Lorkhan All-in-One, the alternate start mod pack mod. Now the mod page reads that this is an all-in-one merge of the Realm of Lorkhan, freeform alternate start, the Realm of Lorkhan Unbound quest fix, no shards in Tamriel patch, as well as the enhanced version as well, all into one simple 10.77 mod here. And if you don't actually know what the Realm of Lorkhan is on its own, this mod replaces the game's original execution cutscene, and instead you're teleported to the Realm of Lorkhan as soon as you press New Game. Within, you'll create your character and choose a location to begin. From there, you can also choose a class, such as a bard, pilgrim, or a knight, and you can even start with curses too. Should you become a common farmer, or an apprentice at the Mage's College, perhaps a common smith, a mercenary, herbalist? It's up to you. Now you can prepare for your adventures by speaking to the merchants in Lorkhan who sell clothing, armors, weapons, spells, potions, and other essential goods, and you begin with 500 gold, so maybe you'll squander it to start out poor. Otherwise, you may scrounge up items from within the realm should you wish to start richer. And then whenever you're finished with your character build and ready to actually dive into Skyrim, you can touch one of the several gems that are scattered throughout the area. And each one of these takes you to a vastly different area of the game world. Where should you begin? The Mage's College of Winterhold, a humble home, the border to Cirillo, in the caverns of Blackreach, the fall forests of Riften, the green woods of Falkreath? If you have an idea for another location, let the mod creator know, because they check back often and add new areas often as well. The mod creator said that their main goal with this was to make everything up to you, the player. Play the game exactly how you like from the very beginning. Create your own character with limitless possibilities and your own unique story. They hope you enjoy, and they hope that this mod brings you the exact sort of adventure that you're looking for. So depending on if you're a player like me who just wants to get into the game, you may want the original alternate start mod that we've had in all of our load orders. But if you're someone who likes to get down to the main details and, customize every single thing about your character before they start, then I think Realm of Lorkhan would definitely be a better suited mod for you, because you can customize everything you'd like and travel to so many different places and start in so many different places all throughout the world of Skyrim. And that's definitely why the Realm of Lorkhan All-in-One, the alternate start mod, is featured here at a number 2 spot this week. So I'd strongly recommend downloading it and creating a brand new badass character in your next playthrough. Coming in at the number 1 spot this week, we have a brand new unique follower that's just been added to Skyrim that has over 2,000 lines of unique dialogue. This is Redcap the Riekling, a fully voice-acted immersive follower and quest mod. And the mod page reads that Redcap is a voice-acted and immersive Riekling follower with over 2,000 lines of dialogue, like I said, with much more planned. He also has a fully fleshed out backstory and quest that builds on the existing Skyrim characters and locations, with many unique, useful, and entertaining features and mechanics, and a big personality that makes him much more than you would expect from a Riekling. Redcap is inspired by custom mod followers like Inigo and Lucian, and is not an animal follower. He has his own thoughts, opinions, and personality, and will comment and react to many things throughout your adventures, including choices you make. He also has a fully unique and custom appearance, including new textures for his skin, his hair, his armor, and his eyes, and his own custom follower framework, meaning he can be used alongside any and all followers, from mods or vanilla, some of which he'll even have interactions and commentary with. And then whenever it comes to the location and backstory of Redcap, you'll find Redcap locked in the basement of Anissa's cabin, which is a vanilla location and character that they wanted to expand on and give purpose in the game, while staying true to the original lore. In the vanilla game, you come across a seemingly nice old woman living alone in a small shack in the woods, but after investigating the locked basement, you find a note revealing that Anisse is in fact a witch, prompting her to attack you upon leaving with the single phrase, "None may know my secret." Now this mod expands the character of Anisse by giving her new dialogue that plays out both in a scene with Redcap and with new dialogue to the player as well, along with details of her true purpose and experiments in a journal that you'll find in the basement upon meeting Redcap for the first time. Anisse is no longer a small random encounter, but a true villain who may even have more to roleplay in the future. If Anisse is already dead when you recruit Redcap, you'll still be able to recruit him and progress the quest as usual. You'll just miss out on some unique dialogue from Anisse herself. Now with this mod having over 2,000 lines of voice-acted dialogue, this includes the full main quest commentary. So as you're going through the full main quest and doing other side quests as well, he'll actually comment on the decisions you make and other caves that you enter, and I think that's incredibly interesting because that's really got me loving Inigo as a follower and Lucian as well, and that's kind of what this is based off of in a way. They kind of got inspired by them and wanted to create their own custom framework. I can't even begin to imagine the type of work that goes into voice acting all this, making sure everything sounds correct and plays at the right time as well. This is just a truly amazing mod, and I've never even really seen too many people take on the role of adding a follower that's a Riekling into Skyrim that can actually talk as well. This is just a really cool concept, and it's really cool to actually meet Redcap and get to ask him a bunch of questions, because at the end of this showcase, you'll be able to see I can ask him so many questions in the menu. You can talk to him for seemingly hours because there's so much dialogue inside of this mod, and it comes in at just under 200 megabytes. So if you have the space, I would strongly recommend downloading Redcap the Riekling, because he's just so fun to have alongside, and he throws spears and just is completely different than any other follower I've ever had in my playthroughs of Skyrim, and that's definitely why it's featured here at a #1 spot this week. So if you're looking for a new companion to take on your travels, I'd strongly recommend downloading Redcap the Riekling, a fully voice-acted immersive follower and quest, and trying it out in your next playthrough of Skyrim. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord. I'll be sure to leave the Discord link in the description as well as the pinned comment, so you can join us on there and leave mod suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.